All right, so if we could have rep for number 1, and if you feel called to rep number 1, you can show your video again. Number 1. Peapod, welcome. I'm gonna unmute you. You might need to unmute yourself. There you go.
There.
Wonderful, thank you, welcome.
You're welcome, thank you.
Yeah, so just come on into the field and just be present, and I'm going to invite you when and as you have anything to say, you can do that. And I'm tempted to say what you are, but I'm gonna just hold off for a moment.
Please do.
You said please don't?
Yeah, please hold off.
Yes, okay, great.
I will share that already I have a sense of such expanse all around me.
Great. Thank you for that. And encourage you to move your body, sound, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay. If anyone is repping, once we really get going, if there's a noise coming through, it's possible I would mute you if it's in a disruptive noise, but otherwise we'll be good. Okay, let's just keep rolling.
Shall I change his name to 1?
Yeah, that would be great. Their name, yeah. Thank you. Thanks. These are the next 4 that I'm thinking to bring in.
Great.
Okay. So can we have a number 2?
I think that's me.
Great, thank you. Just find your place. One other thing I want to mention, as we are all here in this space now in the field, your screen, unless at some point you need to move it because you're moving and facing the back, your screen represents the front of the room, let's say. So if we were in a room together, your screen is at the front of the room. Right now, Lisa and I are sitting at the front of the room, and the screen that you're facing represents the front. If at some point you need to face the back of your room and you have the, and you can move your screen with you, you can do that. Otherwise, you can just let it be and you can actually move your body and we'll see the back of you and that's okay. Okay. Okay, so 2, go ahead and just really find your place. And I'm going to ask 2, how are you doing? What are you noticing?
My heart is pounding. I don't really want to face the front of the room, and I don't really want to face the back of the room. It's like I kind of want to slip in between.
And what is in between?
I neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. If you want to take one step to the in-between, and neither here nor there, even if it's a small step, so that just symbolically.
Yeah, that makes me feel a lot more compressed.
Mm-hmm. So move where you feel called to move. Mm-hmm. Anything else from number 2 right now?
Not right now.
Okay. Number 1, I might not call on you quite as much, but if there is something that you feel called to share, then raise your hand and I'll see.
Will do.
Okay.
I feel like I, for now, want to have more introduced before I start responding.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Beautiful. So we're gonna invite a 3 in, number 3. And if you feel called to be number 3, yeah, come on off of mute. Or wonderful. Come on into the field. And if you're able to stand up and take a step in, that is welcome.
Ooh, I think I need to be on the ground.
Okay. So just symbolically, just maybe even say, I am 3.
Ooh, I am 3.
I felt called also, but I see that it wasn't me. What should I do? I'm definitely in.
Okay. Did it feel really specific to 3, or do you feel like there's just something moving for you?
It was definitely not 1 or 2, and 3 was the first. I've been feeling in since before you started calling numbers, and 3 was the first one where I felt like I could come in. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm 3, but I'm in.
I'll invite you to stand and just step into the field, and we'll see where it goes. How are you doing? And pardon me 1 second, sound-wise, hold on. There is a little bit of like a little background buzzing. I'm trying to figure out which one of you it's. Peapod, there is a sound coming from your system. So that's better, actually. Whatever just happened. Oh, maybe it was my Alara. Okay, much better. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I changed nothing.
Okay, great. I thought it was you, but it's not. So great. You know what you're doing, my Alara. Trust that you can come off mute when you're ready. Okay, 3. What is happening for you?
Ooh. Kart. Ooh. Feels super transformational.
It's a little hard to hear you if you could speak up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Feel like shaky, but it's I let myself go with the shaky and really move with it. It becomes a heart opening in the front of my chest. So profound softness, but there's a panic, but it doesn't feel like my panic. So like the physicality of death. Feels awkward to share with a little, like inner and outer, feel a little separate. There's a state coming in that's wavy, waving. And I feel hollow.
You said hollow?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Just keep writing whatever is coming through, and just, again, if you feel to move or whatever, just go with it. I'm unmuting too and want to check in. I'm not able to unmute you, but there you go. What's happening too?
Yeah, I really feel like I want to pay attention to 3. I want to know what's going on with 3. But I don't really want to be in the field so much. I kind of want to just hide out here
Mm-hmm.
and not really be seen or part of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
But I feel compelled to pay attention to 3.
Great. Thank you. We go ahead and have another 2 join in, so that
Can
we
I say something too?
yeah,
Can I say
just
something
yeah, go ahead.
Can you bring in some movement? Like, even if it's really subtle movement, like just gentle movement, like feeling into the essence in your body and how the essence wants to move.
This is number 3 talking to number 2.
Yeah, I can
3
do that.
was that,
Yeah.
and 3, if there is anything you can do to have your sound be a little better, great. Again, welcoming another 2 into the field. If there's anyone who feels called, you can come off of your video or come onto your video. Evelina, okay, great. Wonderful, come on in. And just find your place. And if you would just say, I am 2.
I am too.
Thank you. I'm gonna check back in with what is still the one who stepped in, who we haven't heard from yet. Yeah, that would be you. Thank you. Just want to hear what's happening for you.
I'm restless. I feel very insecure about every choice and movement I make. I can notice the others if I try, but it's very difficult. My head keeps pulling me out of my body.
Okay, thank you.
And when the second 2 came in, I got a big ache around my heart.
Okay. Okay. What's happening for the new 2?
Feeling a lot of heaviness around my head, like being pushed down. I'm really curious about the other two, the tiding and kind of wanting to bring that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Feel kind of pulled backward when I say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you go ahead and turn around? You don't need to move your screen, but just the one who was just speaking. And just see what is back there that is pulling you back.
I see a lot of scenes like of the world, but they feel almost like a fantasy world.
So if you could say, I see you.
I see you.
And a little instruction for the one who doesn't have a number yet. With your arms crossed, if it becomes too intense, you can pick up a pillow and just give some of that energy to the pillow, and it'll help. You'll still be in it, but it won't be in your body as much. So just know that you have that option. What's happening? The number two who came in, the other number two?
This one?
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot.
Can't hear
you hear
you.
me?
Not really.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you faintly. So static.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Great. Thanks.
I had a lot come up when you brought another two in. I feel really emotional. I'm just wondering, am I not doing a good enough job? Am I not enough? Like, I can't be here, I can't be there. And it was really helpful when number three told me, or it seemed like she suggested that I move my body, and that helped a lot. Like, just gentle movement has helped me feel like I can be here.
Yeah.
A lot more. But I just feel like a lot of internal pressure.
Yeah, you're doing great. Thank you. Appreciate that. And how do you? How is it with the other two in the field now?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Mhm.
I feel like that too might be able to find a way out of the in between.
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel hopeful
Okay.
with that one.
Okay, great. I'd love for the two twos to look at each other. And also notice the one that doesn't have a number yet. And we might go ahead and give them number 4 just to, so they have a number. But let's start with the two of you tuning into each other. What's happening for the two twos?
very sad. This one.
If you could come closer, the sound would be helpful. Thank you.
I feel very sad.
We're still not catching, the sound is not so great. If you could lean in and come close to your screen, and then we can hear you.
I feel very sad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, much better.
I feel very sad looking at this one. I feel like something's really been lost or being lost. And before I turned, it was like almost like what I was looking at was illusion that was really drawing me, but didn't feel real. This feels real, but don't know if I want to go there.
Are you talking about number 2 or the?
Yeah, the other two.
Yeah, okay. So it feels real, but you're not sure if you want to go there?
Mm-hmm.
If you could say, I see you.
I see you. I see your sadness. That helped my heart open.
Mm. And how's our other number 2 hearing that?
I feel a lot better with her.
And let's use them, they.
I feel a lot better with them paying attention and seeing me. I feel a lot more like stable and like I can sit in this with that one looking at me.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I'm really aware of the one that doesn't have a number yet. And I'm aware of one. One, I'm curious what's happening for you.
I feel really protective of our first number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be close to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And even the moment of both 2s witnessing each other, I felt like I was behind our first 2.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And let's hear from our unnumbered one, if you are ready to share, or I'll just can also let you just keep letting it through if that feels better, if you're not ready to use words yet.
To be caught somehow. Like as a rep, I'm totally fine with this much moving, but like this one is feeling very left out of absolutely everything and really needs to be, I don't know, named, held, something.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's the heart of it.
Okay, you're doing okay as a person. That's important for me as a facilitator to know that you're okay.
Yeah, and as a rep, it's really common for me to go to a feeling like this and have the facilitator tell me that I can dial it down.
You don't need to. You're good. I just want to know that you're okay.
Interesting resonance with my representation, so I wanted to name it because it feels present.
All right, thank you for that.
Yeah, so, but I'm good with this. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks. It's reassuring to hear that. I'd love both 2s to tune into, and we're going to go ahead and give this one. Give me 1 second. I'm going to confer with Lisa. Meanwhile, let's have everyone who's in the field tune into the one who doesn't yet have a number, and just witness them.
I want to name that I'm in the space I'm in. I don't feel free to make the big sounds that I might make, so I can't tell whether my rep would be wailing right now or if they still feel too restrained. But there's definitely a wail inside.
Great. And I'm assuming you mean like who's around you in the space where you are not here in the field. Yeah.
Yeah, my home. Yeah.
As one thing you can do is you can get a pillow and whatever works for you, and shaking your body, all of the things.
Yeah, I'll get a pillow and use it if I was to show that I would be actually making sound.
Exactly, yeah. And we're gonna rename you. We're gonna give you number 4. So you are now have a number.
Wow.
Your number is 4.
Wow. Wow. Okay. My hips just started existing. You said that. I'm like, ground. Where am I?
Can you say I am 4?
I would like to be 4 sometime. Is the most resonant thing I can say. Can I say? I can't say that I am anyone yet.
Okay, great, thank you.
Ow. Ow. So hot. Oh my god, it's so hot.
How's 3 doing?
Oh, I'm unmuted. Hey. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just starting to drop into more of a pre-sensory awareness, which feels a lot like the simplification in myself. The senses feel very intense, heightened feeling, heightened sensation. And I just have this really like underlying awareness of a healing state, very heart, very gentle, very heart space. And I wanted to say the number 4, I see you, I feel you. But now I'm dropping into the pre-sensory awareness that feels a little less. The shifting, like you are seen, you are felt, you are known.
Can you say that again, 3 to number 4, and say I see you, I feel you.
Yeah. Number 4, I see you, I feel you, you are seen, you are known, you are deeply loved, you are everything.
Well, that would be nice.
Of course, see if you can feel that, what you just said, and see how much that can, if you can feel that.
It's like 2 arms lengths out from my body. Like I heard it. I like mentally understand it. I have a little spark of wondering what it would be like if that was actually, if I could actually have that. Little spark, like right around here.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely like standing outside and looking at what just happened and being like, that's a thing that can happen. Yeah, I'm not like soaking it in. That's not possible yet.
So if you could face 3, and 3 if you could face 4, and just face each other. And so when I say this, I'm a little bit of language logistics here. When I say face each other or stand next to each other, like we're in a room together, and I don't every time want to say if we were in a room together. Let's just assume we're in the field, in the space room together. So just facing each other and noticing if there's anything there, and or movements, and or if you feel to rearrange yourselves in physical proximity, feel what that feels like and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, I feel I want to put my arms around you, but not touching you. So, like holding your field, but not penetrating and coming in, just giving you space to be where you are. So letting you know that I'm here on the periphery of things.
I really like that, and if I try to settle into receiving it, I feel like I'm gonna just dissipate into vapor, like annihilate.
Say that again. You like it, and if you feel like if what?
Like it, if I try to actually accept it and act like it's happening, I feel like I'm gonna just dissipate into non-existence. That's not exactly right, but it's approximately. Definitely like it. It feels good. When I was looking at you, 3, I was like imagining being a baby touching your face, but like it didn't feel right. And when you offered that, I was like, maybe you know a good way for me to be vulnerable. I don't. I have no idea. So I like that offering. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. Maybe I can be held.
To see if you can, and just lean into what that might feel like. And 3, if you feel moved to, and only if you do, however you feel moved to, you can actually provide that for 4.
I don't think I'm ready to try it. I look at 3's face and I'm like, I don't totally trust you.
Okay. Okay. Wait, so just be where you are. We're gonna bring another rep in. So can I have a number 5? Great, come on in. Welcome 5. And 5, if you, oh, I'm not able to unmute you. So if you could, that would be great. And 5, if you could say, I am 5.
I am 5.
And as 5 comes in, just inviting everyone in the field to see what you're noticing. What's happening for 5?
Something feels lifting for me. Feeling a little puppety. Like jerked a little bit by a string, not in smooth movements, but sort of in the round. And yeah, I definitely can't. Yeah, it doesn't feel natural to make contact with this screen in front of the room. I think there's sort of something in my diaphragm too, like moving me up, up, up. And around.
Yeah. Anything else from number 5 right now?
I feel some heat in my legs.
Okay. And is there anything, I'm going to check in with the other reps. Does anyone have anything to share about what happened for you when number 5 came in? Four?
I feel like I love 5. 5 feels sacred and feels like 5 is a medicine, something that I've been missing.
Mhm.
I feel like I just want to watch 5 and I trust everything 5 is doing is for the benefit of the whole. 5 is not just my medicine, I think she's a medicine for the whole group.
Thank you. And a reminder again of the they, them pronoun. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Can you say that again? Maybe we'll just, is there a, yeah, we'll let that be. Thank you. Thank you, 3. How are our 2s doing? And yeah, how are our 2s doing? And then we'll go to 4.
I'm okay. I feel really aware of Feather Bear.
4.
And oh, sorry, 4. I would really wish some soothing and some holding for 4.
Great. Thank you. And how's our other 2?
Watching 4 and 3, I just started getting real tightness in my solar plexus and kind of an achy, tight solar plexus. When 5 came in, it was a little less. And if I watch 4's movements, I feel a contraction, kind of like, oh, something needs to be done and there's nothing I can do. And almost like something's getting shown that isn't supposed to be seen somehow.
Mm-hmm. So I want to invite, thank you for that. I want to invite 2, either of you or both of you, one of you, whoever feels, especially number 1, since you said that you want there to be some support. If you could take, if it feels natural and comfortable, like even just facing them, taking a step in their direction, letting them know they're not alone, being with them in whatever way feels right to you. And maybe you can let us know what that is.
I see.
Ooh, and your volume is really, or your sound is,
Can you hear me?
yeah, stuck. More stuck.
Four, I would like to witness you and hold you. If that is okay.
Not, it's not the sound really bad, the audio.
Okay, I don't know what to do then.
Now it's better.
Okay. Four, I would like to witness you and hold you, if you would allow that.
Let's hear from Flora.
And definitely cannot be held, but I can be seen. When 5 came, I felt first panic and then fear and then just convulsing. I had to, as Feather Bear, I had to turn it down or my neck would have broken itself. I was convulsing so hard. And I lost sense of feelings at that point. I just was having an all body, like, I would guess terror, but I don't even know. If I ask my legs, there's some terror there. So yeah, wow.
So I'm going to invite both of the twos to stand just on both sides, not, and actually 4, you can tell us how it would feel or where it's right as far as proximity goes, or the twos to be on both sides of you, and what that distance feels like. Is it arms
Makes me want to stand up for one thing.
Great. Great.
Twos.
How close are they to you?
Like 6 or 8 feet. The right side is clear. It's at like a diagonal in front. Kind of like, and the other one, let's see, the other one's a little bit behind, actually. Yeah, so they're like this to me. I'm trying to show it.
Yeah, we can see you. So the left side, it's a
here. This is my face.
We can see you.
It's there and one is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Evelina 2, the second 2 is slightly front and right, and about 6 to 8 feet away and facing and forward in. And the first 2, I was thinking farther, but when I feel it, it's actually just like arms reach behind and to the left, facing me.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone to touch me. There's no way I could tolerate that. But it feels really interesting to have them want to stand with me.
Thank you for that. There's a lot moving here, a lot happening. I'm tempted to check back in with everyone that I'd like to bring in.
So are they standing there now? I just want to check. Have we done that?
They're right there.
Okay, thank you.
And if you would just look at them in the screen, but in looking at them in the screen, you're feeling them where they are because they're right there with you.
Wow.
The first 2 is off to the left. Yeah. There they are.
Damn. Ooh, okay. Feels now very like there's a lot of congestion above and around my head that I wish would like go away. I don't know how to clean it, but it's I suddenly notice it's there.
So can I have a 6? Someone who feels called to be 6. Great. So just come on in and stepping into the field, and you can say, I am 6.
I am 6.
Before, if you could just hear this, Nick, 6, if you could say it again, I am 6.
I am 6.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm very aware of it. I suddenly feel some like color and emotion and like variety of experience, like something alive sort of in and around me.
Beautiful. Thank you. You all are doing great, by the way. You might reveal in a little bit. Or maybe we will reveal it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to confer with Lisa. Beautiful. One more round of check-ins, and then I'm gonna reveal. So just, how's 1 doing?
One's doing okay. I feel very peripheral, and also kind of directorial. I so want to encourage 4 to allow as much in as possible.
Great.
Yeah, and the others are, I still have a desire to be closer to our first 2. 6, I'm not sure about yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So 1, I brought you in simply to be support for me as a facilitator. Just an energetic support. So funny that you're saying you feel dictatorial and peripheral.
I actually felt like I wanted to be able to sit between you and Thessa.
Great. It's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. It's rare that I do that, but given a lot of circumstances today, it felt really right to just have someone holding some space for me. So thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah. You even look like me for a moment. Great. Thank you. Okay. How are our 2s doing? We'll start with our first 2.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I feel so much more settled. I love that 6 came in. I feel like 6 was the balancing out point, like there's some kind of completion available now. It just feels so much more solid and like everything's going to be okay. Not necessarily totally because of 6, but just feeling like everything's going to be okay.
Great. And how about our second 2? Our other 2?
I feel a lot of love for the first 2. This has kind of grown over this time. As 4 was feeling both of us holding them, I felt this nauseousness, and someone said, inviting them to bring in what they needed, and I was feeling there was a need to release, that something big wanting to leave the field, wanting to be released. When 6 came in, it felt like hope, like, there's something, balance, hope. And I feel very little relationship with 3.
You feel what?
Very little relationship with 3.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna rename the two of you just to see what you are. It's interesting to me that one of the twos was looking in the back at all the illusion and fantasies and stories, and anyway, there were a lot of poignant moments.
With two being humanity, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, both of you, really. How is 3 doing?
I want to say one more thing. When 4 was so hot, I got so cold. And the other 2 covered up with a blanket, and I just really felt cold.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing that's true for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly for both of you when 4 was hot, you were cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. Okay. What's happening for 3?
I noticed my experience was very impersonal, foundationally, like I'm an empty bowl, or I don't know if I'm quite the container in which everything's happening, but it's uncomfortable for me to engage in a personal way at the moment. But when 5 came in, it felt like this communion, this deeper communion with another part of what I am form up. So I feel like I've been dancing between form and form, like my visceral experience has been very everything that's been arising, and my body, I feel sweaty and I've had shaken and I've had this healing state, but I don't feel like I'm that. It's not what I am. I feel like I'm not nameable. Very subtle, transparent awareness.
So 3 is the golden age human. How about 4?
I'm trying to figure out where 6 is in space. To me, they're up ahead, so that's where I was.
Where what is? Sorry, I missed it.
I'm gonna put on my headset because I think the sound's better.
Yeah.
Took it off because I wanted to move around. Is that better?
Yeah. Not too different, but it's working.
Okay. Well,
you were saying about 6 what?
Yeah, I feel I was trying to figure out where 6 was in space since we didn't designate that, and to me it feels like they're up ahead, like outside of the walls of the room I'm in, but where I can perceive them. What's going on for me? Yeah, I feel like it would be cool to just get to sit in this formation for a while, like it's doing something for me. It's moving something. I have some ideas about who I and the others are, but I don't know if it's worth even mentioning that or if we'll just let it flow. Because it seems like I was unexpected, so that's interesting.
Yeah, you're perfect and needed here, absolutely. And we're in the process of naming each person, revealing who each role is. So in case you didn't, I don't know if you caught it or not.
I did, yeah, and yeah. Since we haven't gotten to 5 and 6, my mind is like, who were they and why did they have that effect on me? Just kind of putting it together.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something else I want to communicate, but it's not words yet. So maybe, hopefully by the end, I'll have it.
Can you describe again for us, before I reveal you or the others, what your experience was with 6 coming in?
I started feeling, can I say it? It was much more like visual synesthetic than verbal. But let's see, the closest words would be like fucking alive. Yeah. It needed a swear to be resonant. That's why I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Because I feel like something about me feels really young and like unripe, but I also like having the presence of that vigorousness. Like I have to reach outside of my comfortable language to actually name it. But I started seeing colors and feeling big movements that were actually pleasant or ecstatic rather than just the like something taking over me. It starts to feel like there's something, like there's life within me also. Just barely, like it's very uneasy, but just a little bit of actual life and seeing color and feeling pleasant sensation.
Great, appreciate it. Before I name you, I was gonna say, before I name you, I'd love to hear what's happening for 6. Let's just take a moment checking with 6.
It's very, can you hear me? It's very tactile, like I'm wanting to touch surfaces, like put my feet on a wood floor, then the carpet, then sit on the ball, then move. It's just like a continual, it feels more physical than visual. And when I was looking, it was really hard to look at everyone. Like I felt like a little kid somewhere, he's just roaming the room. And I want to go outside, like it's making me feel weird being inside.
Great, thank you. Can you tune in for a moment to 4? Just give a moment for the two of you to see each other. Or you can unmute yourself. Yeah. 6, how is it for you seeing 4?
Sorry, what did you say?
How is it for you seeing 4?
Curious. Connected to them.
So if it feels true and right, you can just say, I'm here. I feel you, or I'm connected. I'm here with you. Whatever feels true.
I got ya.
And 6, if you can just energetically give support. And 4, just feel that support coming through from 6. And just invite the whole field to just with this.
I thought you were gone forever.
Mm. No, I'm here.
Or just let yourself be held by 6. Or anything you want to add? You don't have to use words right now if you don't want. You can just.
It feels important. I noticed that when their support comes in, I feel all this grief and shame. Like I wanna let it.
We can hear.
Don't. I
Hear you.
really want this to hear me, machine. Let's try it without.
I can hear you.
Does any? I am able to let some of the support touch me, but when I do, this huge load of grief and also shame comes up, and loneliness, like all the feelings of doing without that one become present, and I just desperately wish and hope that there can be enough whatever holding for me to actually feel those, because I've been stuffing them for centuries or long anguish. I can't live like this. And I want to live now. I'm starting to actually want to live, but I feel so much shame and guilt and grief. And I want the support really bad. I love it. I love this. Fucking love this.
We're renaming you. We're revealing your name. The humanity shadow / pain body. Thank you for holding that role. I see your hand, Hannah, and we have more to reveal here in the field, but go ahead. I'm gonna unmute you, or you can unmute yourself.
I'm getting that really strong heart palpitation thing when I know that I'm called for something. And I got the same when you called for 6 the first time. I almost got to the video first.
Yeah.
And then I felt like it's fine, I don't need to do this. But then when 4 said about needing more support, it just really came up again. I was like, actually, I need to be there too.
Okay. Beautiful. So come on into the field. And we're not gonna name you as 7 yet, but we'll just have you come into the field, and I want you to just notice what you're noticing, move as you need to move. And as you enter the field, also noticing if any of the other reps are in your awareness, and we'll come back to you in a moment. I'd like to go ahead and check in with 5. Yeah. 5. I'm gonna unmute you. Yeah. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay.
What's happening for you?
For a long time, I felt kind of nothing in my viscera or like the core of my body, but my limbs felt moved, and it just felt like quite directive, and yeah, I definitely didn't have and don't feel like a person. And I feel a sense of maybe not like disconnection from what is happening, but not clear how I relate with it. It just feels like phenomena that arise and then they fall. And although when 4 and 6, when 6 put their attention on 4, the movement stopped, and there were some periods where I actually felt able to put my attention and focus in one place. And it felt as though my presence jumped back into the like viscera in my head, and but then it would leave, and there's a sense of kind of like randomness and purposelessness and isness, but also some sense of like being far away.
Isness. Isness. Okay. I heard business. You said isness. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Can you take a moment, 5? Where is your attention awareness?
It's kind of not here or there. My gaze is down-ish. My attention is more non-local.
You're doing fantastic. Can you take a moment and tune into 3? In 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to look at 3?
As you like, and we're going to start calling you by what you are repping now that it's revealed. So if you could tune into the Golden Age human.
Sure. I'm gonna not look first.
Yeah, in whatever way works for you. Just follow you.
I feel a sense of friendliness, kind of like the sentience of a tree, or I don't know what to compare it to. That's a loose analogy. Sentient friendliness. Hello. It's almost like I want to feel for the contours of 3 and like touch their face.
We could say again, hello.
Hello. Are you there?
How are you doing, Golden Age human?
I don't think we've formed words for it yet.
You can just be with it. You don't need to speak yet if you don't. You can just feel it. Feel this one
No,
in you.
I think what I mean is that words don't exist yet to describe
Yeah.
the level of beauty.
Yeah. I understood. So just let yourselves connect and commune, however, and just really being in that. And
Yeah.
I'm going to invite everyone in the field to witness the connection happening here between the Golden Age human and 5.
I feel like I'm reaching tendrils out, tendrils of energy, touching Smell something.
You smell something?
I have been smelling smells this whole time.
The Golden Age human has their hand touching your hand. You two are. So 5, 5 is the absolute.
It's yeah.
Yeah, please. I was just gonna say
The absolute being utter formlessness, cessation, the complete polarity to all things, everything in form.
I feel like I make sense now. Like I feel belonging, not to be named that way. The randomness.
how's Golden Age human? Yeah. Beautiful, thank you. How is 7 doing? What's happening for you?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of energy. Feels like part of that was just coming into the field with so much kind of already moving. So it took a while to kind of harmonize with all of that maybe. Kind of not really that related to the absolute, the 5 and 3. I can feel that although that's beautiful and it's happening, we're very focused on 4, but not, you know, necessarily very direct way, but something that kind of goes in and through, right through the center and out the other side. And I was really feeling it through, I found myself, like 6 was saying actually about physicality, like wanting to push on the walls and look in the mirror. And when I was looking in the mirror, it was very much about my eyes. So it was very, it's like I was really straight through my eyes. There was a sense of love and connection, but it feels like it goes through a lot of stuff. So it has to be really direct and really clear and really pinpointed. I guess I'm feeling a lot of stuff, particularly my solar plexus, but it's none of it's me, but I'm feeling it. It's very shaky, it feels very challenging, but it's not me. It's not 7, it's not me, and it's not 7. I don't know, it's almost like I see something else. When I just saw 4 then, it's like I'm not really even looking at 4. I'm kind of looking through and behind at something else in 4, maybe. maybe the thing that 4 can't see about themselves. Yeah. But also the movement, it's like I've got to keep moving.
Thank you, 7. For what's happening for you?
I love 7 so much. I just love 7 so much. I feel like if we could spend a lot of time together, it's something real, like what I need. I mean, that's, yeah, it's hard to say words about it. Yeah, I'm looking at 3 and 5. I'm like, that's cool. I like them. I don't really get 3. I don't totally trust them, except when they started crying a little. I was like, okay, good. I'm not the only one feeling pain. Thank God. Yeah, I guess I feel lonely in what I'm holding. And I feel really grateful. I still feel 6 support, and I love it and cherish it. And there's something about 7 that's just like, you are it for me. I love you so much.
Let me say that again. 7, you are it for me. I love you so much.
You are it for me. I love you so much. I have been feeling so hopeless, and when you are here and speaking, I'm like resonant and like listening and wondering what could be. I feel like your vision is big enough to see me and not try to blot me out. That means everything.
So I'm noticing that as you speak, I'm kind of trying to I'm trying to receive that, but it also doesn't feel very personal. It feels like it kind of goes through and behind me, right back.
That's why I love you.
Sorry? Again?
That's why I love you. You've got this behindness that I need so bad. I love it.
Yeah. I feel the directness in me. There's a kind of no bullshit pinpointness. But it also, it doesn't stop all this kind of uncomfortableness too. So it's both.
I just want us to have all the time in the world to just be with
I love that you love me. It's great. I kind of don't think of myself as something that can be loved or not. But great. I'm glad I'm here for you. Yeah. I'm glad. Most of all, I'm glad if I can help. Like I really feel. You know what? The whole time through this whole thing, even before I stepped in, I felt like actually you're the whole key to the whole thing. Like you're the thing no one wants to see. You're the thing that is so desperately needed to be seen. You're the thing that's like, it's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. That's how I feel. I'm a little embarrassed about it, but that is how I feel about myself.
7.
Again, it's like it's just going straight through me and behind. There's just this really directness.
7, question for you. Well, first of all, I want to say 6, there's a distinction between support and resource. Resource could be sort of anything, like support more like channels supportive energy. And I just want you might, yeah, anyway, I just felt like naming that support/resource. You could, for number 4 for the shadow. 7, question for you. We're feeling that you're the witness, and I know you know Thessa's work. How does that land for you? The other thing, I wondered if you might be representing sort of the impulse to evolve, like the evolutionary impulse. But the more you were sharing, the witness also feels. Tell us how that lands.
So none of those completely land.
Mm-hmm.
I think the witness lands a bit more, but that's I feel like an arrow. I just feel like this just straight the way through the middle. I don't know, that doesn't necessarily feel like the witness to me, because that would my sense is the witness may be aware of the whole or something, but I'm very pinpointed here. It's like I'm going straight through the center of everything and out through the other side. Maybe more like a portal or a gateway or something like that.
We could call you the arrow. We could. I'm curious to. Thessa wonders if it's like will
or the mysterious pass. Hannah knows my.
Yeah. Why don't you? You can.
Hannah knows my language, so I can explain whichever one she tunes into.
Yeah, we could call you the portal. We could call you will or the arrow, or we don't need to name you even at this moment.
Okay, so my personal ego is struggling with it, but it's the mysterious pass. That's what I am.
Yeah, the mysterious pass.
The mysterious pass.
Okay.
So I explain
give
what
a little
that
bit.
is?
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, so the mysterious pass is the source point of every aspect of experience within an individual.
For you, I love watching the shadow. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Right, so everything that arises within an individual has a source point, and that source point is the mysterious past. That's the brief description.
That's it. It's the source point. That's what I am. The source point, and seeing that right the way through. For.
Yeah. Are you source point or mysterious pass?
And the mysterious pass because it takes you to the source point in whatever you're looking at, and I'm looking at 4.
Okay, great, beautiful, thank you.
Sorry, I want to just
please.
add.
Yeah.
At the center of the mysterious past is the absolute, and surrounding the outskirts of the mysterious past is everything that's birthing into form. So it's like it's when things start to merge, and when there's a full merging, that mysterious past becomes the torus, the toroidal field in coherence.
Yeah, I'd like to say my experience, the missing piece has now landed. Now the mysterious past has been named. So the embodiment piece of the levels of movement. Levels of movement.
I'd also like to say it's useful for me to remember about 5 because I don't feel that I've not felt much connection to 5. And when you say that, Thessa, it's like, oh, I need that center of me, the center of the center in a way.
So let's have mysterious pass and absolute. Noticing each other. And yeah, I see you, Kailani. Thank you. So, Kalyani.
When, with the inquiry about what the mysterious past was, when you named the first 2, it wasn't landing with me either. It was like, no, it's not that. No. And then when you named the mysterious pass, it landed and something woke up, something got warm in around my heart field. And I'm still feeling it, so I just want to name that.
Thank you. It's really helpful. We're going to bring you in as 8.
I'm going to change the position of the laptop so I have more room.
I'd love to share.
Yes, please.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I was having such tightness in my solar plexus, and when 5 spoke, it got better. When 6 came in, it was still kind of tight. And then when 7 and 4 started, she started feeling that love and that support. I just began rubbing my tummy, and it feels like a pregnant woman rubbing my tummy. It feels like humanity's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And the pain's gone. It feels so different.
And
Did you say that was when 7 came in?
It was.
Okay, so I need to just share something. There's a tiny percentage chance I'm pregnant. I don't know yet, it's very early. I'm like a day late. So just to acknowledge that. So there's a part of me that's kind of, you know, before I stepped in, I was like, okay, keep us safe.
Mm.
I want to invite the whole field to take a breath together.
So I'm aware of how much I need 5. And it feels like the energy of everything is going through me as the mysterious pass, and it feels like I just want to invite 5 to come into me more. Like I really want you to be right in the center of me, to hold me. So don't hold back on that one.
In a logistical point now, we can refer to each other as, 5 as the absolute. 5, what's happening for you?
For me to come into the center of you would be a misunderstanding about how I am.
Okay, so help me understand.
Repeat
that.
Absolute. Could you just say that one more time, closer, so we can fully hear you, the volume-wise? So the absolute, when you're ready, if you could repeat what you just said. We're not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, thank you.
Did you hear anything I said?
Just the beginning, but it was hard. So start over if you don't mind. Thank you.
It's hard to remember what I said, actually. I think I said for me to come into you would be a misunderstanding about how I am, what I am. It seems if you would like to be closer, it is you who will need to move.
I'm noticing I'm wanting to help.
Go ahead, Golden Age Human. What do you want to say?
Don't know if I have the words yet. I just am feeling really available for what the mysterious past is calling for.
You say that again. I'm here, and directly at the mysterious past. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the solution. Feeling really available to desire there. The desire to be held in the center of things. Feeling really aware of the invitation in yourself just to rest into that longing and desire, rest into your experience as it is, just allowing it to be what it is.
Thank you. By the way, if anyone needs to pee, you're welcome to get up and just go do that and come right back. I want to check in with our 8. Were you complete, Golden Age Human? For the moment?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Complete on other levels too?
Yeah.
Thank you. And we'll hear from you 8 in just one moment. I want to confer with Lisa. Hold on. So what's happening for 8?
There's a lot of heat, and I am making the movement of the infinity sign. And there's still a lot of vibration, a lot of energy around the heart. Feeling anchored.
Anchored. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, willingness to move forward, to there's like almost like a willingness to blow, to.
So I'm going to invite you, I have to pee, I'm going to invite you to blow and move, and I want the field to just feel this. And as reps come in, we keep re-geometrizing. Just see what happens. So if you
So my final pause is like that. Bringing some energy, protecting. That breath of life that now is landing.
So again, let's have the whole field take a breath together. I'm just going to do a brief round of check-ins and then reveal 8, and then we'll go from there. So 1, how are you doing?
It's funny, now that I've been named, I feel kind of unnecessary. And only did my importance come back when you stepped away to go to the bathroom.
Like, really? That's what you felt?
Yes, yes. I really felt like, oh, okay, well, you don't really need me for this at this time until you stepped off screen. And then it was like, oh no, I do need to keep holding. So it's been an interesting time.
Yeah.
Just kind of witness everything, and it also helps me understand why I've been feeling what I've felt. So
yeah. Thank you. I love how much we look like each other. All right. Also, yeah, right. We got the scarves going. Beautiful. Thanks. How's humanity doing?
I'm fine. I'm a little tired. And I'm gonna need to get off soon to make it to my other thing. But I'm good.
Great, thanks. And just so everyone knows, Mayala and I chatted before that she'd need to be getting off before the end. So thank you for that. And when you need to, you can just wave and exit, and appreciate you for holding such a huge role. How's our other humanity?
Really like the wind blowing. That felt freeing. The feeling of kind of oppression I've been feeling is a lot less. Still some here, but much less. And I feel almost a warmth for the shadow. Watching it lighten up a bit. Candle now. Yeah.
Drinking the light, huh? Not quite yet. No. Thank you. Let's go to Humanity Shadow Pain Body next.
Hello. Well, I also love the wind. It feels like it gives me some space. But also, I'm really concerned that after this is over, people are just gonna like fucking not want me around again. It's really hard on me to be like, welcome, unwelcome, welcome, unwelcome. So I'm concerned, I'm angry, I'm yeah, like it's been a very satisfying experience actually getting to connect with everyone, and I don't want to fucking go away again. Also, I felt moved to bring the yahrzeit candle that's been burning on my altar.
The what candle?
Yahrzeit candle, it's a Jewish memorial candle. That in this case I'm burning in honor of the Mashpee Wampanoag. I'm praying that they get to keep their land. So there's a lot going on, but I felt moved to bring this candle in. Don't know why.
Thank you. Great. Appreciate it.
But yeah, I'm really very concerned. Like, I feel like demanding that something be given to me so that I know that I get to stick around, or at least that y'all are working on it.
Yeah. Okay, great. You're heard. I'm like scanning for what you could be given. But, can we have a show of hands, those who are hearing this one, like hearing, feeling? Yeah. Ooh. That almost brings tears to my eyes. Okay.
I'm really surprised. I'm trying to understand that.
Yeah.
Important to qualify that I'm not hearing it in a personal way, but I could not negate it if I tried. It just is. It's there in my field.
Great. Thank you. Let's hear next from support resource for 4 for the shadow of humanity, the pain body.
Yeah, I feel really selfish, like putting me first. I feel much, once I knew my role, I relaxed into it. And I feel a real reverence and love for like, I'm not seeing the pain. Like I'm guided. I don't have to look at the pain. I can just look at you. Like the parts. And you keep morphing. I keep seeing different people in you when I look. I'm not looking at you. Yeah, when I look at you, yeah, I see. Like I can feel the pain, but I'm seeing seems beyond you somewhat. Like it's.
Thank you. And okay. Well, let's check in with the Golden Age human.
Are you asking in relationship to 4 or in general?
In general, and also with what happened with when 8 came in and was moving and all the things. How are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have something specific before, whatever is coming to you to share.
Yeah, the breath felt really vital, and yeah, just an unseen force driving things from behind. And then quite quickly it integrated for me, and I was no longer kind of enraptured in the breath. At first I felt very excited about the wind coming in. Still very aware of 4, still very present, like yeah, just compassion. And as I look at 4, I don't make the pain about you, just feel it for what it is, not about you or someone. Yeah. And I feel like something deeper can hold that. Something deeper is and you can release it actually because it's not yours to carry. And then I feel, I still feel really engaged with 4. That feels very deep place, deep empathy. That needs time and healing, or just needs time and presence. Yeah, I'm feeling the group in my belly, like a field of connection, expansion in my belly. I'm feeling concerned you can't hear me because I'm getting told my bandwidth is low. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I feel I was feeling very complete, but now that more's come back in again, I'm feeling present to that. But it just feels like the coherence of things, the union of us, the union, or the inherent union. Yeah, and I would love to hear anyone else, like if any, like feel a new level of engagement that I haven't yet felt in the group. I was turning more of an inclination to turn away from all the things happening, and now I feel like I'm kind of coming back in, or there's just a deeper embodiment of all the pieces coming in with that union with the absolute and form.
Thank you. We're going to hear next from the mysterious past. Just how are you doing, and what happened for you, especially with number 8, or what's happened for you?
I haven't really felt number 8 at all. I'm still very much with the trinity of the humanity shadow and the absolute. It feels to me like humanity's shadow is here and absolute's here, and there's and I felt very clearly when humanity's shadow was sharing, and actually before that as well, how much work there is still to do. Like it feels like we're in the constellation now.
Yeah,
we've got it set. That's great, but it's like, wow, there's so much that needs to move through this space. And I think that's what humanity's shadow was speaking to.
Yeah.
And you know, my personal thing is like, whoa, that's a lot to handle. But I'm like, just on this archetypal level, it's like, well, actually, from the mysterious past's perspective, this has to go all the way through. It's the only way. We have to go all the way through to the other side. Otherwise, you know, we just have to go through all the way through to the other side. That's it. And it feels really great that I feel more connected to Absolute. So there was definitely what Absolute said before about me moving towards Ben, and kind of re-engaging in a sense more of allowing myself to move into the Absolute. And there was this real kind of collapsing moment where I was that dissolution into Absolute, and then I felt the kind of rebirthing back. And since I felt that, I felt much more capacity in my body, like it's less like shaky and more so I can still feel as I come out of that space, it still feels kind of jittery and sparkly and vibration, but I have access to that have access to the formless right inside. That I can feel the straight the way throughness. So it feels like I just have to keep orienting, holding space for humanity's shadow.
Okay.
Feel in connection with me so that that can just keep moving.
Great. Keep that rolling. Thank you for that. And going to check in now with the absolute. And we're going to keep it brief. And there's one last piece I want to do within the time we have. So go ahead. What's happening for you?
There's a sense of right order of being understood in my instruction to the mysterious past. I don't know, I feel called as the person underneath the absolute to name a flavor of like a little bit of like frowning upon for, how to explain it. I have no negation of for. I feel friendly, and at the same time, the language of like the drama of the feelings and the polarizations and the yeah, the amount of like movement and will. We don't speak the same language. And I feel a little sad to be a little bit like, I don't like that. Or, you know, I don't want to go in there exactly, but you are within me. Yeah, it's hard to explain for the absolute, but
Thank you.
I see the problem. Yeah.
And where are you in the room, in the space? Like if there was a geometry between all the parts, where are you?
I think I'm in the back and I'm holding it all.
That's what I felt. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Let's check in with 8.
I'm feeling a deep peace with what is. And my holding, when I finished like that, felt that my holding was for Gaia and for humanity. Humanity through Gaia.
Thank you. That's great. Sure. Okay. So you're also familiar with Thessa's cosmology language. Does monad, quintessence land for you?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So we are.
Can I just say what that is?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Briefly.
yeah, briefly. Yeah. The monad is the unique expression of each being. It is the indivisible, the indivisible signature of uniqueness that is also connected to the whole. It is the life, it is the birth of life force. So it begins to make an appearance when there is some level of unification of all of the elements, and it births First, what happens is the mysterious pass, or the source point of all the elements, becomes available. And then with more unification at the source point in the mysterious pass, out of the mysterious pass births the monad, or the uniqueness of the individual or the collective.
Okay. So we have a few minutes more, and what this is a series, and there's a number of explorations within this series and directions we can go. The whole series purpose is a dedication to not only understanding, but furthering the becoming of the Golden Age human, given current events, given these times. So what I'm curious to do with those reps who are still left is assign you different directions that our next constellation could go to see where the hot spots are. We could do that, or I could just lean into like letting next time start with that. And we could just wrap it up now. And I feel like time-wise, I really want to honor our time container. So now that I'm speaking, and with 6 minutes left, it feels to me like this might be where we want to, come to a completion for this chapter of our series. I'm thinking that we might pause and then start next time with, just to explain too, the field is so intelligent. It's going to guide us perfectly. It is guiding us perfectly. So a week from now, all the work we've done here will be segueing. It's like the curtains close and open, and we're right here, and we get to start from this place. So that feels really good. Yeah. I see that hand there. And well, yeah, let's go to humanity's shadow pain body. Here you.
I really love the possibility of having direction to be facing. Sounded really good to me. And not having that sounds not so good to me. So I don't know if there's anything available in a moment, but I love it.
Okay, great. Thanks. What I do want to do before we fully wrap up is actually bring us into a geometry. And I think that'll be really helpful. And Thessa wants to say something. You want to say something?
Yeah, I want to add just one more piece. When the monad or the quintessence makes itself apparent, it's the sprout to the Golden Age human. So the evolution of the monad eventually reaches Golden Age human.
Okay. So if possible, because many of you are sitting at this point, which is fine. I think everyone's sitting. So, and I just want to acknowledge this as a facilitator. This is not typical, but for me it is, that I bring in every person who's present in the constellation into the field. And so I just want to acknowledge the witnesses who have been present this whole time. And yeah, thank you. And we're not totally done here, but I feel the need to just say hello to you. Yeah. So I would like to ask, see the hand, for everybody who's repping, and perhaps even our witnesses in your own rooms, to stand. And I'd like to ask, and Nick, I might ask if you could stand out of the screen. Thanks. I mean, I feel you here, but I just want to keep clear where we're at in this wrap up moment. And I want to find what the current moment of geometry is with all of those who are here in the field. And so what I will start with the absolute. And absolute, if your arms are out and you're sort of everywhere, you can rep that. I'm feeling you in the back of the space, sort of holding everything. Anyone else, if you have an orientation to where you are in the room and who you're near, which direction you're facing, whatever, and also even your proximity, like if you're close to someone, you can name that. So let us know. And I think, yeah, we'll start with you, Mysterious Pass.
I'm right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Thank you.
And I've been feeling more connection to Quintessence since you named her better.
Okay.
I kind of get a sense that she could be like almost between my legs.
Okay, great. And we're going with them. So
yeah, I'm feeling I'm close to the mysterious pass. But there is I'm close to the mysterious pass, but there's spaciousness between us. Yeah, it's difficult to explain, but happy to be between the legs, and that is the universe in itself.
Yeah. See how that feels.
Yeah.
And you can be in that. That's great. So we have the absolute in the back with their arms holding it all, mysterious pass in the middle, and the monad perhaps being birthed through the spaciousness of the mysterious pass. Where is humanity?
I feel in front of Mysterious Pass. In front and facing. And I feel like the other humanity is like the young one with me or something.
And you feel like facing mysterious pass or facing forward?
Facing Mysterious Pass.
Okay. So we have humanity facing. Yeah. Great, thank you. And what about our shadow, the shadow pain body? Do you know where you are yet?
Screenshot by accident. Towards the front of the room. Center. I'm having trouble figuring out what shape the room is in my imagination, but I'm near the front of it, and there's someone I'm in relationship to, like someone close enough to touch. I'm not sure who.
Where are you in relationship to humanity?
I'm gonna walk for a second.
I wonder if you could try this and see if it feels right to you, to actually be standing in front of humanity, like almost with your back to them, like as if they're behind you, not holding you, but you're the shadow, essentially the pain body of humanity. So like,
I don't feel like I'm that connected and close to them yet. I feel like I'm like moving towards the future direction of the room, and they're not quite with me actually.
Okay.
So I'm facing forward and center, and someone is near me, maybe my resource, probably my resource being.
Okay. Let's check in with resource support.
Yeah, I feel that I'm right beside the pain body.
Yeah.
Wherever they go, I'm just there, and I'm not really noticing anyone else. I'm feeling the others, but it's all oriented to them.
Great, thank you. And are you by their side or behind them?
By their side. No, it was kind of like, yeah, by their side.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Definitely this side, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to just clarify with Humanity Shadow. It feels like they are behind me. So towards the front, but I'm turning around. Kind of a little bit further back with support. So there's Humanity, then there's me, and then behind me. So Humanity in front of me and shadows behind me.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And can be both. So yeah, it's great. Thank you. Let's check in with the Golden Age human. Where are you, my dear?
You're muted.
Oh yeah, we can't hear. I thought you
Hi. Yeah, where am I? I feel like I am underneath everyone. I'm the earth, and I'm pushing a vibration up through the field. I'm also the field, and when I tune into myself, there's this quality of golden, and I have that. Every now and again, I get the flashes of the like the Da Vinci man, like standing.
So I'm gonna invite you. Go
Mhm.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, but there's a general spacelessness, like as in I feel like I'm everywhere, but my focus keeps going to different parts that are coming together. So very, I really resonate with at least like a triangle now, kind of coming up from the earth in the center, an upward facing triangle.
Thank you. And if you like, until we fully close, if you want to do the full human and move as you feel inclined. And I think the only other the triangle.
Yeah, it feels more like solid right now.
Great. How's my support doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I immediately felt like I needed to come stand by my laptop, which is why you had a corner of my face.
Great. I felt like you were on my right side, actually, like literally right here with me.
That's exactly where I feel like I am.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all, give me one moment and yeah, so we'd like to see those who have been here present as witnesses the whole time. So if you feel ready to be seen, you can start your video. And I don't want to spring it on you, so I'll let you. Yeah, there you are. Thank you. Yeah, like who knows what you're in the middle of. And I don't know if Jasmine's here or not, or if their video is working or not. So
I'm still here. My video is not working, but I'm still here.
Okay, good to hear your voice. So let's start with you with your voice, and we really just want to hear your voices, and also, if there's a word you want to share.
Interpolarity.
Thank you. Anita, you're on mute. If you could unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hope.
Thank you. And Gloria.
Undecided.
Undecided. Yeah. Thank you. And let's hear from Marie. Marie, if you'd like to share. I don't know if you can unmute yourself. There you are. Okay.
Okay. Nothing now at the moment.
What's that?
I didn't understand what you have requested.
Just if you have a word, we want to just hear you as we talk.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. No, just nothing to share at the moment.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank you as well.
Yeah. Thanks for also your patience and presence. And so I'm going to invite one last breath as we come to a closing of this part 1 of this series. Just finding your bodies, taking breath. And hello, Nick. I want to invite Nick's voice into here. Nick, do you want to say hello? Is there anything, a word you have for us?
Hello, just want to say I felt I've never been part of this. I've never been connected with what's been going on.
Thank you. So in Constellation, it's good to end or bring it to a close. And again, this is a segue into what will happen next week. But let's just all, for a moment, just bring your hands together. And we're going to just bow to the field and say, thank you for the honor. And I leave it with you. I can say it out loud. Thank you for the honor. I leave it with you. What's mine is mine. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. What's yours. And if you haven't actually said the words, I invite you to speak those words. What's mine is mine.
It's mine, it's mine.
What's yours is yours.
Yours is yours.
And then you could, while you're wiggling your body, say your name 3 times.
I am Paul. I am
Paul. I'm going to invite us all to just stand together in a circle. Put your hands out, and maybe we do it like this. Hands facing the screen. Laura, and have your eyes open, and just feel that we're all standing in a circle, seeing each other as a full circle, being seen. Again, taking a big breath. I want to express my thanks to Thessa, to each of you, to the purpose of us being here, to the service of being here, this constellation, to all the parts, and also to what's to come. So we're still in the circle and just a couple logistical things to share. After this, I encourage all those repping and even the witnesses, if anything you need to do, if you want to put on a song and dance and move your body or smudge or open a window or lay on the earth or take a salt bath, whatever, some gesture of shifting out of whatever role you might have been in. It's a big, most epic field we could be in. So yeah, encourage the self-care. Thessa and I are both here as, and if any of you need. And as for next week, oh, by the way, if you have any further reflections that you want to share, you can also reach out to us. And as far as next week, of course, you all are welcome. And if you want to invite anyone else, you're welcome to do that as well. And each week will be entirely its own thing. There's a progression as we go. So thank you. Thank you so much. And let's all just bow to the circle. Right.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Lots of
you.
love.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Mhm.
Thank you and bye.
Great.
Thank you.